a child of God, I know if you are walking in the Spirit, then you see what time it is. Let's encourage one another, lift each other up in these last days. Don't care what nobody else says, any naysayer, anybody who wants to tell you you're wrong. Let them carry on with whatever they're doing, because our crowns, they can't be taken. We can't be moved. Like, the Spirit that lives within us, oh, that can't be moved. We are set apart. We are heirs of God. Truly, wisdom is more precious than any treasure you could ever go find, because this right here is the answer to life itself and all your problems and anything that you could face in this world. This is the answer right here. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. In his kingdom, all the desires of our heart will be fulfilled in his kingdom. And he knows our hearts through and through and through. I will make them, those who hate you, I will make them bow down at your feet. And God says they will know that I love you. Come on, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. We are his remnant, and he has called us for such a time as this to preach the good news of his kingdom, because it is at hand. Baby, he's got crowns for us. He's just waiting. God is waiting to bless his children. And for those who are enduring to the end, don't let nobody take your crown. Let nobody take your crown, period. 1 Peter 4. Therefore, since Christ suffered in the flesh, arm yourselves also with the same understanding, because the one who suffers in the flesh is finished with sin, in order to live the remaining time in the flesh, no longer for human desires, but for God's will. We need to be praying, Lord, let your will be done. Let your kingdom come. We need to die to our flesh daily. It's an undeserved suffering. And I'm going to read 1 Peter 3, starting at 13. Who then will harm you if you are devoted to what is good? But even if you should suffer for righteousness, you are blessed. You are blessed. Do not fear them or be intimidated, but in your hearts regard Christ the Lord as holy, ready at any time to give a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you. Testify. What is this hope in you? Like, you are just like crowned with hope. Yet do this with gentleness and reverence, keeping a clear conscience, so that when you are accused, those who disparage your good conduct in Christ will be put to shame. For it is better to suffer for doing good, if that should be God's will, than for doing evil. The fact, for it is better to suffer for doing good, if that should be God's will. We will suffer, but even in the midst of our suffering, rejoice, because God knows the desires of your heart, and he has prepared a place for us. And we're about to inherit all things, and it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be so beautiful.